Imagine buying a bottle of water at a store. The price is clear. Everyone pays roughly the same. You can compare, choose, and decide. Now imagine buying that same bottle of water, but you don't know the price until weeks later. Everyone pays a different amount, and the final bill depends on who you are, where you work, and what paperwork you have. That's not a scam movie plot. That's the U.S. healthcare system. Today, we're breaking down how U.S. hospitals make billions of dollars, why prices seem fake, and how healthcare quietly became one of the most complex businesses on earth. Chapter 1. Hospitals are not just hospitals. Most people imagine hospitals as places focused purely on saving lives. But in reality, modern U.S. hospitals operate more like large corporations. They have CEOs, boards of directors, marketing teams, legal departments, financial engineers, some hospital systems owned, dozens of hospitals, clinics, imaging centers, pharmacies, insurance companies. To put it simply, a hospital today is less like a neighborhood clinic and more like a healthcare empire. Some systems generate tens of billions of dollars per year, comparable to major tech or retail companies. Healthcare is not a side business. It's one of the largest industries in the U.S. economy. Chapter 2. The price tag that means nothing. Let's talk about something called the Charge Master. Think of the Charge Master as a hospital's secret price book. It lists every service, every test, every pill, every minute. But here's the key point. The Charge Master prices are not real prices. They're more like the sticker price on a car. No one expects to pay it, but it gives the seller power. That's how you end up with $30, $50 for one aspirin, $5,000 for a simple x-ray, $20,000 for a short hospital stay. It's like a restaurant listing a burger for $1,000 just so they can later say, "Good news, your insurance only pays $300. Chapter 3. Who actually pays? Not you. Here's a critical idea. Patients are not the hospital's main customer. Insurance companies are hospitals and insurers negotiate behind closed doors. The conversation sounds like this. We'll send you thousands of patients. We'll pay 25% of your listed price. You agree not to charge more than this? Hospitals respond by raising list prices, creating complex billing codes, bundling services so even after discounts, the hospital still makes money. If you're uninsured, it's like walking into a store where there are no price tags. Everyone else has coupons. And you pay full sticker price. That's why uninsured patients often receive the highest bills. Why two people pay different prices? Here's something shocking. Two people, same hospital, same doctor, same treatment, same day. They can receive bills that differ by thousands of dollars. Why? Because pricing depends on insurance provider employment, status, negotiated contracts, government programs. Healthcare pricing works less like a store and more like airline tickets. You're all sitting on the same plane, but everyone paid a different price. Imagine John. John is 42 years old. He has a full-time job. He has health insurance. One night, John feels intense chest pain. He does the responsible thing. He goes to the emergency room. Doctors run tests. Everything turns out fine. John is discharged the same night. Weeks later, a bill arrives. Total charge, $38,000. Insurance covers part of it, but John still owes $6,200. John didn't choose the hospital. He didn't choose the prices. He didn't negotiate anything. He just showed up and trusted the system. Now ask yourself, if this can happen to someone insured, employed, and responsible, what happens to everyone else? Chapter 5. Medicare, Medicaid, and cost shifting. Now let's add the government. Medicare and Medicaid cover elderly people, low-income patients, disabled individuals. These programs pay fixed rates. Often, those rates are lower than what hospitals want. So hospitals do something called cost shifting. Think of it like this. If one table at a restaurant can't pay, the restaurant raises prices for everyone else. Hospitals accept lower government payments, then charge private insurance more to balance the difference. Private insurance holders end up subsidizing the system. Chapter 6. Where hospitals really make money. Not all healthcare services are equal. Hospitals make the most money from surgeries, emergency care, imaging, MRI, CT scans, specialized procedures. They make very little from preventive care, lifestyle counseling, basic checkups. An emergency room is especially profitable. Why? Because emergencies remove choice. You don't compare prices during a heart attack. You don't negotiate during an accident. It's like buying food, but only when you're starving and trapped. Chapter 7. Nonprofit does not mean what you think. Many U.S. hospitals are labeled nonprofit. That sounds reassuring. But nonprofit doesn't mean no money, low salaries, cheap care. It means profits aren't distributed to shareholders. They can be reinvested. Executive compensation is still allowed. Some nonprofit hospital CEOs earn millions per year. Nonprofit hospitals can expand aggressively by competitors, accumulate massive reserves. It's closer to a reinvestment model, not a charity. Chapter 8. Why the system is so confusing. Here is the reason. Healthcare pricing is confusing on purpose. It does three things. It prevents easy comparison. It reduces price competition. It keeps patients passive. So, how do United States hospitals make billions of dollars? They do it by combining artificial pricing systems, insurance negotiations, government reimbursements, high-margin procedures, and intentional complexity. Doctors save lives, nurses care deeply. But the system itself is built like a business. And once you understand this, bills start to make sense. If you want more deep dives like this, subscribe and tell me what system we should break down next.